Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I am going to explain control structures in Python. In previously, I have uploaded some videos in our Python playlist from basics to advanced. If you haven't watched that video, please do watch that video before watch this video. And I will also provide link for that video in description box below. Please check out there. Before start this video, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever we upload new video. Coming back to our video, control structures in Python. Control structures are also called control flow statements. A program's control flow statement is the order in which program code executes. Here, the definition of control structure is nothing but it is also called control flow statements, and a program control flow is the order in which program code is executed. This means, for example, if we have like 10 lines of code in our program, and this control flow will tells that which line of code is execute first and which line of code execute next and which line of code is execute last until the execution is completed. Based on the control flow only, the flow will be designed. If I want to give the real-time example, we will start our education career in our schooling, right? In schooling, everyone has same subjects like mathematics or science or like that, or any regional language will be there in our schooling. After completion of 10th, we will go for intermediate, or after completion of SSC, based on taking our group in inter, it will change our field. For example, some person will take some group, they based on that group only they career growth or the field of doing job will be changed. And if you take another one, then your future will be changed in that field only. So here that is called decision making. Based on one decision, your career will be changed into different field, and based on your selecting the choice, it will be changed. Like that, the flow will be changed. Like the final, we can say control flow statements will be control the flow of execution. Okay, that's the main definition of control flow structures. These control flow structures also called control structures. Python has three types of control structures. First one is sequential, selection, iteration. Here in diagram you can see this diagram is explaining very clearly. I will explain by using this diagram, and I will also provide for each one I will provide one example. For coming to the selection and iteration is very not big topic. There is a different topics we need to explain. There is something in depth we need to we need to discuss in coming videos, but in this video I will just explain what is different types of control structures, and I will give the each one Python program, then you will very clear. First of all, coming to sequence control structure, this is like a default one. Like for example, whenever we write a code, for example here I am writing hi, hello. This is my first line of code, and second one print welcome to our channel. This is second line of code, and in third line of line code, please do subscribe to our channel. In my program, if you take this is the program, I have 3 lines of code is there. If you take a sequential control structure, the code will be executed line by line. Here you can take, if you take this one block is one line, this line, after completion of this line, this will be executed, and after completion of this, and if you have any lines are there in sequential flow control, like this execution will be happen. After this, if you have any lines, those will be executed. If I click execute this, then it will execute first this one, and it will execute second line, and it will execute third line. This is control sequence. Sequence means the sequence manner will be executed. And if you take a selection, the selection also called decision making or conditional statements. In coming video I will explain brief about you, but just understand the what exactly the difference between three. In selection control statements, here one condition will be happen, one statement evaluation will be happen. After, if that give true, then the flow of execution will be in this direction. That means the flow of execution will be changed based on the condition. For example, if any condition will be satisfied, then the flow of execution will be in different way. And if the condition will be false, then the code of the next line of code execution will be in different types. So I will write a program for that, then you will get a clear understand. For example, if I take a n and equal to, here I am taking input from user, and if you want to, if you don't know what is input function in Python, so just watch my previous videos, then you will get understand. Enter a number. I am asking user to enter a number. Here here I am using if control statement. If this n is greater than 10, then I am printing that this number is greater than 10. We know that whenever if the any number is greater than 10, then that will be greater than 10, right? And I am using else. If that is fail, then please execute these statements. This is like decision, like based on this condition we are taking decision. If it is true, then it will execute this one, and it will means it will ignore this one. And if it is fail, if it is false, then it will execute this one, and this block of code will be ignored. If you enter this number is less than 10. If I execute this, I enter 10, we know that this number is 10. So what happening here, after execution of this and based on this condition, the flow of the execution flow will be changed. If it is true, here 1 is false, right? Because 1 won't be greater than because 1 won't be greater than 10. We know that this is false. If it is false, else will be executed. If it is true, then this whatever statement after print block, these are indentation. This will I will explain in coming videos very clearly, but just understand this logic here. If this is true, then I will execute this one, and if it is false, then execute this one. Here in this case I have entered 1, so this is false, that's why this number is less than 10. They executed this one. I will execute this again, and if now if I enter 1000, then it will say this number is greater than 10. We know that 10,000 is definitely greater than 10. True. So this will execute here. So what selection statement decision making control flow statement is, it will based on this condition, if it is true, the block of which it will go in this way, and it will ignore this else part. If it is false, then it will execute this else part, and it ignore this true part. So we are controlling the flow of execution. That means based on the condition we are like controlling the flow of execution. This is called selection control structure. Next one, iteration. The diagram shows that whenever this particular condition is true, that many times the loop will be formed. Whenever this condition is false, that time it will out of the block. That means the execution of that code will be terminated. Like for example, this is called loop. In coming videos I will explain this very clearly. Now let's understand this. If I enter same n is equal to 10, and if I use while is one type of loop iteration control statement. If I am saying n is greater than 0, like if it is true, then print n, and here I need to decrease or increase to execute to come out of from that, I am using this decrement operator 1. If you see here output, here we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why we get this means I have initialized this variable n equal to 10, and here I have used while, and this here if you see here, first of all the value of n is 10, right? We know that 10 greater than 0. This is true. So what it will do, it will go and print this, it will print 10. After this, here what I have already explained this operation. This means if you write this means it is equal to n minus 1, like this. This is the indirectly we have write like that. So now it is n is equal to 10 minus 1, that means 10 is equal to, now it is 9. So it again compare, we know that 9 greater than 0. So it will again enter into the loop and it will print the 9, and next it will go for 8 and it will compare 8. We know that 8 is greater than true, so it will print that and it will decrease that, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whenever it is 1, after we know that 1 is greater than true, so after it will print that 1, and now the n value is 0. Now when value is 0, so whenever when value is 0, we know that 0 won't be greater than 0. This is false. Whenever this false, it will out of the loop. If you write anything here like out after the loop, print loop over comma n. Here if you see that loop over and the n value is this one, you can see loop over and n value is 0. We know that when 0 greater than 0 is false, that time this loop will be terminated and it will execute the next line. Now it's come into sequential manner. After if anything, like if it is get like this again, and if you enter this, if n greater than 10, and if I mention like this, it will give false. This number is less than 10 because the n value is 0. So it is like here the three statements are there. If you see, observe carefully, here first is iterative statements. After completion of iterative statement, it is again come to sequential statements, then it execute this one, and after the way of sequential it will go for this, and here again the selection statement is came. Based on this condition it will be executed. So we are ignore this one. So we are actually the flow of execution we are controlling. So that's the use of controls. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching video. Bye for now. Let's meet in next video.